Yo, 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 it's your boy Sheesky here, man, back with another banger video. And today's video is all about arbitrage. And not just any form of arbitrage, retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, Amazon FBA, eBay reselling, Macari reselling. It's a lot of different, topics and ways you can go with this business. But the reason I want to bring this business to y'all is just because what I preach is on my channel is once you start attaining this high limit funding, you need to invest in some type of business. You see what I'm saying? If you got 0% for 12 to 18 months, you need to kind of find something to do with it, get your life going, everything like that, right? So this business is something that I do currently, and it's very great, and it's very low risk because, like I said, you don't need a lot of capital to do this. And hey, I mean, even if you got capital already, like a little bit of capital, like you can do it. You can do it without a credit card, but for us that's trying to get into something and don't have a lot of capital, this could be a way to do it. Going the arbitrage way. So basically, before we like deep dive into all the tactics and stuff on how to do this, we need to kind of explain what it is. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are like, okay, what's retail arbitrage? What's online arbitrage? Okay, so first we just discuss retail arbitrage. Retail arbitrage is basically when you go in a store and you find a product that sells for more on an online platform, then you buy that product, or if you have like capital, buy a lot of that product and you resell it online for the higher price and you keep the profit. So you see how that can be beneficial, right? Because let's say, for example, you go in a store like let's say, for example, let's say you go really low, you go to a Goodwill. A Goodwill, Goodwill has sometimes they have bangers in there, sometimes they have misses, but you don't know what something's worth until you scan it. Let's say you scan something in Goodwill, you get it for $5 and it's worth like $25. You see what I'm saying? So you look at that profit margin there. So you spent five and you get like, but what, $15 or something in profit? So that's how that works. And it really can be scaled a lot. You see what I'm saying? Because the more capital you got, and there's people that do this full time, and you don't even have to, you know, check my track record. Go on YouTube and just search people that do it full time. Like search up 6-figure Amazon FBA seller. Like this business is still a thing, but I will say it does require a lot of work. It does. Like you got to ship off packages unless it gets to the point where it's like really scaled up to where you get a whole like warehouse. You got people shipping your stuff out. Like you can really scale it as far as you want to. Like, but if you're just trying to get started and everything like that, retail arbitrage, that's the easiest barrier to entry because guess what? All of us could go in the store, spend an hour or two, and find some products. Like what you'll do is like whatever platform you're selling on. If you ask me what's the best platform to sell on, I mean right now I see if you want to, because the thing with Amazon probably is gonna be your best bet, but until you can get ungated in like all the good brands, I say eBay, Macari, and what's the other one? Facebook Marketplace. Those three, I say those three get you squared away to get going and everything like that. As long as you got a decent product, you shouldn't have a hard time getting it sold. So it's a lot of different ways you can go about that. Now, I also want to talk about online arbitrage. Now, if you got more capital and you could buy stuff in bulk, this is the direction you guys go. You go do the online arbitrage method. That method is you basically find a website that sells stuff for a wholesale price. You buy it. Once it gets there, then you turn around and resell that bulk on Amazon or eBay or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So you can get more at one time, because with a retail arbitrage, the store is only gonna have so many of a product on their shelves. But online, you probably could buy like 36 of one thing, 50 pairs of one thing. If you know you got a good profit margin on it, it'll be good to do that and wait for that to come in to ship all that out. You see how that works? So it's more ways to skin the cat. So if I was you guys, and if you guys are watching this and trying to like just get started, I would recommend y'all starting off with retail arbitrage because retail arbitrage is a lower barrier to entry because that's gonna be the next thing we talk about. Like, okay, how much money does this stuff cost for me to get in? With retail arbitrage, it doesn't cost a lot. Like honestly, like you could really start off with $100, bro. Like literally, y'all said $100. Yeah, like I mean, you ain't gonna make crazy amount of profit unless you just hit a huge win, but off $100, you probably make that $100 back. You see what I'm saying? 100 because like you want to make your initial investment back. Anything after that is profit. You know how business work, right? So if you do the retail arbitrage way and you make your initial investment back, like you buy the right stuff, like it'll be easy for you to make an extra $100 off of doing that. Easier, maybe at least 70 bucks profit plus with remaking what you already invested. So that's a good thing about it. Like it's scalable though. Like if you got more capital to start, the more you can make. Now maybe if you got, let's say you got like $500, you can make maybe about $200 or something like that back. Like you know, it's still gonna be profit margin. So y'all get how that works. If y'all understand like how that stuff works, it has to be scaled. Like now, if you got thousands to play with, now we're talking about the huge profit. You see how these 6-figure guys are making like 3K, 4K, 5K months off of doing this. It's because they got $5,000 to be able to spend on a bulk that's gonna resell. So you can see how this works. Like it's really a scalable business. Then I say this to the strategy you should play. First, you start with retail arbitrage, then you work your way up to online arbitrage where you build some capital. After you build some capital, then you can start playing around and you start making like 2K months, 3K months. That's the point where you start leaving your 9 to 5 to do this. Now, how much work is involved? Like I said, I was telling you a little bit earlier, you do have to ship everything. If you ain't got a logistics company, and you ain't gonna have a logistics company until you make a lot of money to be able to afford that. So you got to ship everything. If you're doing retail arbitrage, you're gonna have to go in the store. If you're going on online arbitrage, you got to source your product. So it's some work involved, man. But the work involved from working on yourself and doing the business by yourself is gonna be better than you work for somebody else, if you get what I'm saying. So it's just really what you invest into it. Like this business is not dead. It's 2024, but it's not dead. I know people doing this a couple years ago. You got some people that said Amazon, FBA, all that model's dead. It's not dead. It's like you really just got to put some work in. Now it's not as easy as it was back then, but if you put some work in and be consistent and persistent, you're gonna be okay with this, man. It's scalable. Also, I want to show y'all some of the products I caught, man. I also brought some of my inventory here that I'm trying to get rid of and stuff like that, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So, stores. That's one thing we need to talk about too. Stores you should check for products. Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Goodwill, any thrift stores, like all those are great stores. You also check for products because they always have stuff at a discount. Sometimes maybe Walmart, like Walmart might have a clearance rack. Any clearance racks and stuff, the stuff marked down in stores, those are good places for sourcing your products. So these are on sale right now. They should have a tag on them somewhere, but these are some cleats, right? And these cleats right here, the reason I bought cleats because I'm thinking about what season we're in, right? Some products are seasonal, right? Cleats are pretty seasonal. I think I got these cleats for like $20, right? They selling on eBay for $50, right? So that's a $30 profit. You see what I'm saying? So products, you gotta pay attention. Some things are gonna be good seasonal, like Halloween stuff be good, like towards September, October. Christmas lights and stuff are gonna be good in December. Like certain things are seasonal. These kids are getting ready to go back to school. Like right now it's July. So yeah, these selling like hotcakes right now. Cleats, any kind of cleats, any Nike, Adidas stuff. Like Nike's a really good brand. Most of the time those stuff sell pretty quick. Like also, let me show you something else I found. I found a lot of cleats, bro. I found these too. I went to Goodwill. So I went to Goodwill and I found these some Nike. These are pretty good condition too. Some Nike joggers that are medium. I got these for like $4. $4, right? I could resell this for like $20. Crazy, right? And it's still at a discount. Cause I think these pants go retail for like what 60 or something like that. So with that being said, you see the kind of profit you can make here. And just imagine like you can really scale this business up and do it as much as you want to, and also get it to end up, leaving your job and everything just to do this. And that's kind of what I'm leaning to. Cause this is pretty fun. Like this is a fun thing to do. Like just going to store, to me at least, going in the store, just spend like an hour surfing products and everything like that and resell it. Now, gonna be the next thing y'all want to know is if you're doing this with a credit card, how long should you keep the inventory? It depends. It depends on you. It's all about personal preference. If you got 0% interest offer, do I recommend you keeping it? Now you got to pay attention to return policies because what I would say do is minimize risk. Most of this stuff if you buy a good enough product, you should be able to get rid of within 30 days. But there also comes some time that you can't get rid of in 30 days. Maybe take 60 days to get rid of it. So you got to depend on if it's a good enough product, you want to take the gamble, just hold it and see what happens. Do that. But if you feel like this ain't none of this stuff sold, return it. Like, you got 30 days. Keep track of when you bought the stuff. Keep track of your receipts. Don't cut no tags off. Don't do nothing like that until you are certain you can get rid of it. Because if you can't get rid of it, I don't want y'all to be coming out of your pocket with it. Because that's how you take a loss in business. You see? So you got to minimize the risk. Minimizing the risk. If you're doing it with a credit card, you got to minimize risk all the time, right? So that's the main way to minimize risk with this business. That's why I said so low risk, because you can always just return it. If you figure out that the stuff doesn't sell that you have, you got 30 days to see if it's going to sell. If it doesn't sell, return it. So it's an easy way to get out. So with that being said, y'all go get started with this business, man. And y'all let me know y'all journey. How's it going? I also talk about this in my mentorship as well. So if y'all want to, learn from me and show you my strategy, like my full strategy, get in my mentorship. Is down below in the description. Also, I got a course on how to do Turo and everything like that. So, and I got a credit repair course too coming. So y'all just got to stay tuned, man. Tap in with me for the more information on everything. So y'all just check down below in the description for some extra help and all that. And I'm out of here, y'all. Peace out. Y'all be safe. Sheesky out. Bye.